10 seconds. 10 seconds. Is that it? No movement. No sound.
John, have you the notes ready?
I have my notes ready.
Good man.
Never moved fast enough. Oh, hey, we're live. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a very special episode of the official horse racing podcast. Yes, it's been 2 weeks. Yes, the schedule's been mixed up. And yes, you should stay at home. It's been a tough week for the WWE. They lost the late, great Hall of Famer Howard Finkel.
Yes, we did.
And they have laid off 48 other people.
Black.
They laid off
it's
48.
Black April.
Yeah. Welcome to... They warned us about April being bad. They didn't tell us it was about the WWE.
No.
Sad day. Oh, and I haven't really checked the volume. And they have laid off 48. Shut up past me. Talk. Stop talking. Keep talking.
You know, ladies and gentlemen, it has been 2 weeks when we can't even get the fucking thing going right.
We're no professionals here. Just let everybody know.
We'll get there eventually. You promise us.
Listen,
we promise.
I have to separate the desktop audio from my microphone audio. My desktop audio in the podcast is always lower than the microphone audio by like 5-ish decibels.
Well, I suppose while we have the local madman sorting that out, I suppose, John, me and you, we might as well go over we might as well start off with the most recent thing that has happened, and that is obviously the passing of legendary WWE announcer.
Yes.
Howard Finkel passed away at the age of 69.
Yes. Mine. I thought it was the virus or the Steve Carino, but thankfully,
no. He has been ill for a while. He was wheelchair bound.
Yeah.
So
it's funny because I saw a picture. I was going through all the WWE wrestlers doing their reactions and their thoughts and prayers and all that, and I saw a few tweets and it was kind of weird because I saw one that had him in a wheelchair with long hair and a beard. I was like, whoa, this is not the Howard Finkel that I was expecting to see,
I can never.
Mother Nature's a bitch.
I can never hear the word wheelchair anymore without stifling a giggle. Stop.
I'm living in the wheelchair now.
Stop. No, not in this episode.
There's nothing to do with Draws. Draws is doing fine, wheelchair bound and all.
Draws and Zach Gowan are doing fine.
Zach Gowan's on the wheelchair.
They could be. Well,
it's good. It's a good thing that he's not, or else Brock Lesnar will find him.
Hey, they could be a tag team in Monkey Wrestling. Who knows?
Handicapables.
And all the wheelchairs we care.
Well, Monkey Wrestling's a bit busy with the Schoolyard Championship tournament thing, however it's supposed to work.
Don't worry, it will work.
It will work, especially with the finals coming next week.
Yes.
Those two teams, man, I can't believe out of all the teams, friggin' Quentin Tarantino is in the finals.
And I heard that you really like Quentin Tarantino.
Oh, you son of a biscuit. Who told you that? Was it the Potato Boy?
It was the Potato Boy.
Hi, now. Watch that fucking racism, no.
Yeah.
No, that's what we call him, that. That's his nickname.
He keeps on bringing up the potato famine.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. All right, John, you're an Irishman. You're an Irishman too, and you're siding with him? Oh, Jesus, now.
Well, he came up with the name and Potato Boy was happy with it, but you're boiled rice, so you can't complain. And I'm Johnny Chop Joe Hole, so, all is well in the...
And I'm the man of many names, and I'll never stick to one.
Yeah. He's still kind of deciding which nickname to go for.
I'm Bimmy James or something.
Bimmy James. We just call you Eyesore.
Yeah.
You're the local madman, but we call you Eyesore.
No one's gonna know what that means. They probably do, but you have to watch my birthday stream from 2018, 19. Go to heck.
19.
So we were starting off with the releases, right?
Yeah, let's start off with if you want.
Yeah, we'll go. Might as well go with releases because that will literally take up most of the podcast. John, which do you want to deal with, the superstars, or would you like to deal with the producers and all them?
I'd say we'll start off with the superstars first because they'll probably be the most recognizable, and obviously then the producers some might know. So we'll start with
Okay.
Might I add that I'm actually surprised that there was a picture of Howard Finkel that I could find off the internet with no background for me to seamlessly put it in on the official horse racing podcast, and that I could also put text on the screen as well.
See, you're learning something new every day, folks.
Yeah, just thought I'd add that because
Right. So who I take it? Will I start for the releases? As I have a good line of them here in front of me, as I spent a good few minutes earlier on today getting all my notes ready, as most of my family were looking at me thinking I was gone fucking mad.
You're trying to become a professional here.
You're trying to become. You're the straight man of this whole podcast at this point.
You have Johnny Drop Chokehold, and I saw these two men like to mess around with their Fire Pro Wrestling and the Monkey Wrestling Federation. I am the man who brings you the facts, who brings you the news, and brings you every single update that can be brought to you, to your faces, to your ears, here on the official Horse Racing Podcast.
Nice to put. And I was just in my head was like, yeah, and I have it here too on the Discord channel. But yeah, I didn't watch.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what we call a Mick Foley pop, because my God,
right here on the official Horse Racing Podcast, and the crowd goes wild.
And the crowd goes mild.
What crowd?
The two viewers.
All two.
Oh wait, I'm pretty sure there are three of us here. I'm watching.
And I'm watching.
So that means we're watching ourselves.
Yeah.
Well, let's just move on to it.
Well,
we don't want to go into this tragedy with smiles on our faces. It's a sad day.
Yes.
Right.
Sad day for the parish.
First up, and obviously now when I bring up the names, we'll obviously give our opinions on the releases and if they come back or if they go to somewhere else. But first up, we have the Good Brothers of Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, which really fucking surprised me, considering that they were in the main event of Night 1 of WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's up there in the top 10 most surprising releases.
Yeah.
I think it's I'm just staying optimistic. I think this whole big releases type thing is only because of the whole epidemic thing, that we can't have an audience in the crowd. That WWE can't get money from that, so they need to lay off some people and need to wait until they get a better financial situation. Maybe when the audiences come back, they'll bring Gallows and Anderson back. I just think it's all a matter of circumstance.
I don't think that's going to happen, as I don't know if any of you follow Carl Anderson on Twitter, but he did post a video of basically him hinting that he's going to go back to his original stomping grounds. He's going to go back to Japan,
which would be very good. I think
they would. I would like to see him go back because
same.
The Bullet Club at the minute in Japan, it needs a good kick up the ass. To be fair, you need some of the original crew back. So why not bring back Doc Gallows, bring back the Machine Gun? Just re-legitimize what the Bullet Club was years ago. So I say Gallows and Anderson. They had a meh run. Which is sorry to say within the WWE, but you know something. When they were brought in, everyone was already straight away within 2 seconds of them being announced of signing was obviously forming the Bullet Club or Battle Club or the Club or whatever WWE want to call it at the time, and they did they first started with Styles, Gallows, and Anderson on Raw the night they attacked John Cena. Then when the Superstar shake-up happened, and I do believe it was, Styles had gone to SmackDown, Gallows and Anderson had gone to Raw. Finn Balor came back from injury and made Battle Club essentially. That really lasted more. That lasted faster than Shit Shack in the Rain. To be fair,
Lasted faster or lasted shorter?
it lasted shorter. My mind is wandering there. It lasted shorter than a Shit Shack in the Rain.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see Gallows and Anderson back to Japan.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I first heard about it, I was surprisingly not surprised because
They wanted their release.
they wanted their release. Just bear in mind, most of these guys here wanted their release. Some of them didn't, obviously.
Most of them had just signed 5-year contracts.
Yeah. So for listening to hearing about Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, myself, I do think that they had, at the very start when they first debuted, it was absolutely brilliant. They had a very good open, but I just think,
Usos.
yeah, I thought that was but you see, the sad thing is, knowing WWE, you know that a good run is not going to last very long.
No.
And sad,
unless your name is Brock Lesnar, or,
Yeah, well, you see, you kind of have to get over. You have to have a good gimmick. You have to get over, blah blah blah. But sometimes even at that, you can be lost in the shuffle. But no, I didn't see, and I did see a video, which I'll talk after about. It was about the release, wrestlers reacting to their releases, But I didn't listen to Carl Anderson. But
no, it wasn't an actual video. It was just, it showed a background of a city in America. I can't remember the name of it, and then it just showed a background of Japan, and it just showed up Tokyo, Japan, and that was it. There was no voice to the video. It was just that.
Yeah, so that's kind of hinting that himself maybe, and Doc Gallows, who's his New Japan name, will be going back to New Japan, which I really hope they do, because they will be treated very well there. But it's they were only used there a couple of weeks ago, and boom, already they're gone. But I'm happy that they're gone, and that they could be
Yeah, and what was very upsetting over it is on AJ Styles' Mixer channel, he actually blames himself for their releases, saying that he didn't do enough to help out his brothers, which I find to be it's a small bit upsetting, that, because again, Styles, Gallows, and Anderson, they knew each other for years. They've traveled the world together. They've wrestled together. They've teamed together.
Yeah,
but I don't think it's Styles' fault.
No,
he shouldn't put that on himself.
No, I don't blame him at all. To be honest with you, it's the way the WWE have treated them. Okay,
Vince, Vince doesn't, everyone knows at this point, Vince doesn't care about the tag division. Take the Revival, for instance.
Oh yeah,
I thought the Revival suffered problems with injuring themselves or something.
Well, yeah, injuries and all that, but eventually, again, Vince McMahon, not really a big fan of tag team wrestling. Yeah,
except for them Usos and friggin' New Day.
So next up is one that again is kind of close to us, because this man is obviously, I think he's English. Yeah, he's English. He was on Teenage British Boot Camp. It's former 205 Live general manager Drake Maverick, formerly known as Rockstar Spud.
Yeah,
205 Live had a general manager.
This one kind of hurt, because again, he was scheduled to take part in the,
which he still is,
tournament. Yeah, he's being allowed to wrestle 3 matches. Fair play to WWE for leaving him do that. But to know now that when all this is said and done, Maverick will be gone, is it's upsetting, because he never got a chance to show what he could do. He did against Drew Gulak in a street fight, or was that Mike Kanellis?
No, he had a street fight.
He had a street fight with both of them, didn't he?
First, I remember Gulak, he had a street fight. Yeah, I think it could have been. But I know he had a street fight, because I remember seeing him in his street clothes,
But, yeah, geez, I say that he had one of the most heartbreaking reactions to being released. As I take you saw it.
I saw
He's
that. Oh my god. He used to act. To be honest with you, he was the only one that actually took it very
hard.
tough,
Like
very hard.
like
Like the rest kind
I
of were
feel
just
bad for him.
all.
I
Yeah.
felt bad for him. Like
Oh,
I know
absolutely. I
for a
felt so
fact,
bad
like
for him.
we know he's leaving. Like we know we won't see him after this tournament.
Yeah.
But you know for a fact that on NXT next week, I think he's taking on Jake Atlas. He will fucking
Yeah.
wrestle his heart out. He will bust his ass
Yeah.
straight out from the
But
first
yeah,
bell to the
he will.
last bell.
He will because you see, he wants to prove that. I mean, look, the gimmick that he had with the 24/7 championship, it was
That was
very good.
amazing.
Like
That
he's
was
such
brilliant.
a good, you know, I suppose he knows how to
Performer.
kind of perform. Yeah, he's good perform. He knows his shtick like. But I think we haven't seen, a real like go getter, Drake Maverick. So
We will see that eventually because I do believe the three people that are in his group
group.
in
Mm.
Group B is what was it? Group A he's in.
I'll just have a
Ooh.
look there.
Yeah, please do, because I do know he is facing Jake Atlas next week. I do know on the same show, well, I'm going to butcher this name and I feel sorry for it. El Hijo del shit.
I
El
gotcha.
Hijo
It's
de
El
Fal,
El
John, please.
Hido del Fantasma.
Thank you very much. He is in the
Very
same
welcome.
group as, I think he's in the same group as Jake
No.
Maverick, but he is in, who's in his group? I know.
So this is the group. There's two groups here. Group A is Drake Maverick, Jake Atlas, Kushida, and Tony Nese. And Group B is Akira Tozawa, El Hijo del Fantasma, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and Isaac Swerve Scott. So
The match of Isaiah Swerve Scott and Akira Tozawa was amazing.
That was very good match. I really
That
liked
was
that
perfect.
match, yeah.
Like, and again, like even with no crowd, like those guys were still putting their fucking bodies on the line.
I know. Look at Montez Ford, for example. What the hell?
Oh my god.
But yeah, no, I still think that Drake Maverick is still going to really give it everything he can, but yeah, no, I saw the video and it, like, I just felt so, so sorry for him because
He loves the business. He again,
but
he's a British wrestler. Of course, he loves the fucking
yeah,
business.
but you see, it's more so that he thought it was a joke, and that was the tough part. He thought that somebody was kind of messing with him, and then eventually he found out that no, he was
It was
actually being.
true.
It was true.
Mark Carano rang him to say that
Yeah,
he was being released.
he was being released, but the sad thing was that like the wrestling community and the WWE and all these promotions, they're like one big family, like and the sad thing
Well,
is, well, that's what they say.
well, WWE is like the redheaded stepchild when it comes to other indie promotions. But like
Yeah,
if a wrestler in the WWE fell ill or lost someone in their life, in fact,
yeah,
people from outside WWE would be like giving them support and wishing them well.
absolutely, yeah.
That is why I'm going to give a hot take right now and say this: the day that Vince McMahon steps down or the day that Vince McMahon dies, there won't be no one shitting on him. There won't be no one giving him abuse. They'll be praising him. They'll be thanking him. They'll be doing all this because, let's face facts, we would not have the amount of wrestling we have in America without Vince McMahon.
Well, you see, that's true, but again,
There
Vince
would
bought
be
every competition that
there
was
would
there,
be no AEW. Because think like
Well, no.
if Vince McMahon didn't release Cody, release him into the wild, and Cody became Cody, what would have happened?
Well, no. Did it again? I suppose, I mean, yeah, no, I agree. You can look. Vince doesn't get it always right, but
To be fair, the man's in his late 70s. Like neither of us would be that
well,
fucking clever. Like when
well,
we're that age.
since he first entered, he wasn't he had a storyline that he was going to have. What you call it? He wanted to have he was going to do like a.
We don't need to bring that up. We don't need to bring that
No,
up.
but no, but that's true though. That's just how
It is
nuts that
true,
guy.
but we don't.
You
We
know.
don't really want to dig down that rabbit hole.
No, but unfortunately, you
It's
kind of slowly have to But no, long
oh
story short,
god. It is the usual Snapchat notification during the podcast.
Yeah.
When it comes from one person's phone, John, God damn it, turn off those notifications.
I can, man. I'm telling you, people are, I'm popular. I wish I was very popular. No, I don't. I'm joking.
Yeah, I wish you were very popular too, so you could send out a snap that you're in a podcast.
I know.
Well,
I should.
hey,
Hey, don't worry. I'll put it on my Facebook, and people will watch it. I hope. Please
hope.
watch it. Please watch it.
Speaking of the channel and the podcast, but mostly the channel, I've been getting like a surprising number of subscribers the past week.
Hey.
there
I
you
feel
go.
like it was just last week or like the start of the month where I was at 80 subscribers and now I'm at 87. It fluctuates, but hey.
How long have I been with you guys?
Uh,
Because if I've been with you for a month, chances are I did throw out on my Instagram that I was doing a podcast, but I kind of cheated a small bit with the podcast because again, the first podcast I did with you, I joined late. I joined in about an hour 46, so I basically put a timestamp on my Instagram story. Here I've started doing a podcast on this channel at this time. Like, go watch that. And no, granted, I didn't have people saying that, oh yeah, I subscribe to this and blah 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 blah. But
yeah. No. It's great to have you. You're the bringer of topics, the topical man.
Yes.
I'm
glad
what
to
you would
have you
call
on.
the straight shooter.
Yes, you're shooting straight.
You guys have
shooting,
the comedy. I just have the straight shooting, straight facts, straight to the point, and no straight shooting, straight facts, straight to the point, no bullshitting. You want your news, you get your news. You want your updates, you get your updates. You want your results, you get your results. No messing about.
I could not agree more, mostly because I don't consider myself that. Oh, look who it is in the friggin' chat. Look who it is.
Oh, is that big potato?
Oh, it's
Is
a
that
potato
potato
boy.
boy?
He's
We
chicken
have
salad.
the Undead Reaper, and he says chicken salad.
More like chicken salad.
Chicken shit.
Oh, who here likes chicken salad?
I don't even like salad in general, so I'm out of that question straight away.
I know the reference. It's from a stream we had for a game called Monster Prom, where I was chicken salad, but the name couldn't fit, so it was just chicken salad. And he was potato famine, but he
hello, ladies and gentlemen, we have a special guest.
Hey, Fortune 4 forever.
It is actually, ladies and gentlemen, for the first time in this podcast's history.
No,
you have the. Technically, because I'm now the fourth one, John. Jesus, man, come on.
I am the veteran here. I am never late. I write precisely what I'm into.
Yeah, like that time you joined last week, where
Damn
you
it,
said nothing.
You've already missed 2 releases.
Oh. No, I joined and I said something, and then I stayed for like an hour or half hour. Now.
Yeah, there was that one time. I think it was like during Rice's debut. Yeah, he was there for like the first hour, and then he left, and then we stalled for time.
The Undead Reaper. We got another comment from the Undead Reaper, and he's got a smiley face.
It was meant to be XD.
Nice try. You should have gone with the best emoji that you could ever post.
A zebra?
Oh, you son of a biscuit.
The potato meme? Potato meme. Pringle
meme.
Pringle meme.
But yes, so we're
Fortune
discussing...
4 forever.
We're on about Drake Maverick.
Drake Maverick releases of the... We're on about the Black Wednesday releases. And so far, we have mentioned Luke Gallows and Carl Anderson, and we all agreed that we see him going back to Japan. But Drake Maverick.
Yeah.
I see Wednesday night for the next 3 weeks being Drake Maverick's evaluation. If Drake Maverick busts his ass and wrestles his heart out, I see him back in WWE.
No, I don't think so. I wouldn't think so. I think he's going to give everything that he can, and give his last 3 matches the best WWE matches that he's ever put on. And I think now that when the time settles, he could potentially go back to Impact.
Yeah.
I don't think Impact
He
would suit him.
could. He could. Then
I'd
again,
like
I
to
wouldn't
see
mind seeing him. Again, he is British, so
Mm.
maybe if he does go back to WWE, he doesn't come back to 205 Live. He goes to NXT UK.
No, I think once he's gone, he's gone. Do you know? I'd like to see him. I'd like to see him in AEW. And do you know who I'd love to see him against? Marco Stunt. That would be absolutely fantastic.
Oh,
Little
God.
Britain.
Little. Yes.
No, I see him. What I see him is he'll probably work his ass off, but like you have WWE, they have had a history of guys in their last performances working their ass off and then not getting rehired. But I could see him eventually. I do see him go eventually after this entire thing kind of dies down. I do see him eventually going back to WWE.
Hopefully.
What capacity? I don't know.
Hopefully, because again, Drake Maverick was good.
He
But
is really
next up now is he is a former WWE Tag Team Champion. He is a former member of the Edgeheads. Kurt Hawkins was another one of the releases, which is it's 50-50. It's shocking. It's not shocking because
yeah, it's kind of shocking. I remember that you said Zack Ryder was also one of the people who
Zack
got
Ryder
released.
was the most shocking.
Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder is he is number. You can all keep talking when I count out the amount of people on my list here.
48.
Yeah. 75.
He is number 13 on my
22.
list.
Oh,
He is number
man.
13 on my list. So
Close enough.
how
Yeah,
ironic.
I'm more surprised at Kurt Hawkins being released because without Zack Ryder, you could like push that losing streak. What does he still
Losing
have
streak is
that
over.
losing streak?
Nope, he broke the losing streak at WrestleMania 35 when he beat the Revival clean with a roll-up.
Friggin'
pre-show.
WWE
At the pre-show.
2K20, my career mode telling me he still has a friggin' losing streak. Reminder, more than 7 years have passed in that game, in that career mode. And apparently Kurt Hawkins is still in the WWE. So
he's like a lifetime member, founder of the Job Squad.
well, not anymore. He's been released.
Nick and Giant Al Snow, Blue Meanie, and Hardcore Holly on unemployment line.
Yeah. How did like
No, sorry, yeah, I was about. Jesus, yeah, I'm not Kurt Hawkins though. I'm kind of surprised he's gone, but not at the same time.
Yeah.
I think I was more shocked. As I guess you can't talk about Kurt Hawkins without talking about Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
He's one of the biggest shocks. I think he's one of the biggest shocks to go.
Yeah,
really?
I think so too.
But we think that, but then the next man up my list might be even more of a shocker.
Oh, you put them in order of most shocking to least shocking?
No, I just put them in order on the website that they were on.
Yeah.
But next up is a certain man known by simply 2 letters and a number. Ethan Carter III, EC3.
Y2J.
This he was released a long time ago, but this one is a bit odd, seeing as he only had one match on Raw, and that was beating Dean Ambrose. But at that point in Dean Ambrose's career, that wasn't really much of an accomplishment. Then he got injured, and then was kept off TV. And then was kept off TV for months and months and months and months and months and months. Revealed he had a concussion. Then off again for months and months and months and months, and then gone.
Yeah. To be honest.
Now, I'm going to say straight away, 100%, this can't be argued. Wasted.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
What did he do? He
won you can't really go any further. Like, you can't really go any further than he was just wasted. You can't justify it. He was wasted.
Yeah.
Him leaving WWE would be better off for him.
I think myself that he was too what you call it? Too
Overhyped.
No, not overhyped. Too soon put to the main roster.
Yeah.
I think he should have stayed at NXT for another while. He
Hmm.
should have had at least an NXT North American title run.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Agree.
Before he
EC3
went
versus
to the
Velveteen Dream. There you go.
Yeah,
Yeah, like
you know.
EC3 had he's the best way to put it. What I view is that he's like WWE's version of MJF and vice versa.
Oh yeah. God, imagine.
You like EC3, like you proved in like when he was in Impact how good of a heel he was. So he easily could have been a top heel on either NXT or even in the main roster if done correctly, but they messed it up.
Okay.
They did.
I need a quick reminder. Wasn't EC3 Daniel Bryan's protege?
Derek Bateman,
when
yes, he was
Yeah,
Derek
Derek
Bateman on
Derek
NXT
Derek
season
Bateman.
2.
I was like, what was his name when he was Daniel Bryan's protege back in NXT?
He had those America pants.
Yeah,
he also said he would be the
hair.
next Steve Blackman or something.
Oh, God.
I like
Hey,
the Daniel
I mean,
Bryan Bateman
here's
duo
here's the thing.
thing.
He's released from the WWE now, so he could come into UFC and he could like, hey, I'm the next Steve Blackman.
They
Wait,
should
who?
have.
EC3?
Yeah, he's like Steve Blackman.
Oh my god.
Like for all we know, I was going shit. No, I was saying they should have done a storyline where he is the adopted son of Steve Blackman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's
Yeah.
the car of the white man.
When you think about it, though, he's EC3, so if you put an S and a T in front of the E, you get Steve, and then the C could be the C for Blackman.
If you change up,
Boom.
if you
Wait, I just can't think. I just don't want to have an image of Dixie Carter and Steve Blackman banging, and then go like,
Too
"Hey,
late, John.
here's our child."
Too late, John.
God.
That's what even put in your head. Thanks to a certain somebody. That wasn't me for once.
no, you put it in
I
my
know.
head.
The
So,
demonic steed.
If there's anyone to blame, it's you.
How's it me?
No, not Johnny. Like, put it in my head.
Oh yeah.
John put it in my head.
Okay, next man. And he is sadly not the man of the hour or the man with the power. He's the man with no power and gets up at later hours. Leo Rush.
Not surprised.
No.
He
not
wanted out. He wasn't happy. So like
Yeah.
all you can really say is back. He's going to AEW. That's all I can say.
Good, very good. Well, very good in the ring. It was
On
no
the mic.
surprise. He was very good. He could be like a very good like heel and stuff like that. But what didn't surprise me with him being gone was all the controversy he had been like prior.
Yeah.
All the heat
He
got
was removed
backstage.
from 2K20 because of all that.
Yeah. What though I can't wait for him to if he goes to AEW, what I can't wait for him to do is to reenact the that powerbomb table spot with Joey Janela.
Oh, I
Oh
remember
god,
this.
yeah.
Have you seen that?
Yeah, you talked
I
about it, and
Okay,
it was like
I'm
about
gonna probably piss off some people here, but me,
A whole two people
If-
are gonna be pissed off.
if there's one thing me and a certain very well-known other podcaster can agree on, is that Joey Janela and all the hardcore guys can, again, to steal a quote from this person, John, you probably know who I'm on about.
I do.
They can have their, they can be
yeah.
boiled in oil and have their fat soul for soap, because again, if you want to go into wrestling and you want to be known as the guy who staples your you know what to someone's forehead, then fine, you can do that, but don't bring that shit onto national television. Like ECW is long dead. CCW, not much happens there anymore. Don't bring it onto AEW. Don't bring it onto WWE, because like not many people like that stuff anymore. And if you still like it, well, go get yourself checked out.
Well done. You heard it there,
But-
folks.
But give me Leo Rush versus Jungle Boy.
But but Leo Rush versus Joey Janela or Jimmy Havoc would be hilarious.
Oh God.
I'm pretty sure the best type of hardcore matches are the ones with Christmas trees and presents.
No.
That way, no one can complain because
everyone-
friggin' using pillow fights.
There's
That'd be a
two.
good. That just. I'm just imagining a pillow fight match aired on
There's
a
two
pay-per-view.
type of acceptable hardcore matches: a Wheel C match
Oh yes.
and a match with Orange Cassidy. Have you seen those strikes?
Yeah.
They're so stiff.
Oh man, I cannot believe El Totino's just buried Hornswoggle in a bunch of
Can you?
step
I want El
ladders.
Torito versus Hornswoggle versus Orange Cassidy in a Wheel C
A
match.
UFC match. I was just going to think of it there.
Versus big sexy
God.
midget Kevin Nash.
Yes.
And Quentin Tarantino.
No,
Quentin Tarantino's son.
no, no.
Yes.
The tiger poster.
The Tiger
The
poster.
Pringle meme.
No.
No,
Okay.
Let's get back
We're gonna
into
move
it.
on. We're moving on. We are moving on, gentlemen. The next man on my list is the one-man band Heath Slater. Your opinions on him being released, please. Anything to get away from this talk of all this nonsense.
It's so.
I'm actually kind of surprised because
yeah.
Heath Slater's been there since 2010. Like he's been there for over 10 years. And
Yeah, he's
14
like the
years.
white
He had-
version of JTG.
Oh God. 3MP.
Well, at least there's one upside to this. He can do what Drew McIntyre and Jinder Mahal did.
Win the WWE Championship? That's not
Get
gonna
re-
happen.
Get released, get jacked, come back, win championship, make cash. Job done.
Yeah.
I'm
It
I'm
could.
I'm mostly disappointed that we don't have a 3MB reunion for the title now.
Oh, we should have had 3MP to Monkey Wrestling. Not confirmed. Yes.
Stop putting ideas in my head. It's too late.
That's
We
what
already
I-
have the tournament.
He
There could
he
be
already
another
brought out he said actually already brought out a t-shirt. It's literally, do you know his I Got Kids t-shirt?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is literally I got fired. That's it.
That's so
But
good.
as well, EC3. Let's go back to EC3 quickly. He from what I don't understand, he's put out some stuff and kind of reinvented himself or something.
He
Yeah.
has grown
Bit of a beard.
I wouldn't really call it a beard. I would call it a. Well, I don't really want to say the word here on
Half-
YouTube, but
I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, that type of beard doesn't look good on anyone. I tried that beard long ago,
Oh, yes.
and I had it for like 2 minutes, and my brain instantly went, "Get the fucking razor, shave that shit off."
I had a good beard back in the day.
I'm
Just
back
saying.
in the night.
Very-
Our
very
friend, when I was on the train with him, he was trying to grow one for like from July to that December, and he was finding it so hard. And I only grew it for like 2 weeks, and he's like, "F you, F you." I was like, fun.
Oh yeah, everyone always used to give me shit about my beard in back when I was in school, but if you saw it now, well, you'd be fucking saying sorry about it because it ended up, yeah, it started out shit, but it ended up being goddamn good.
Mm.
But obviously, Heath Slater got released. Heath Slater put out a video. He didn't seem too pissed off. That's fine. I see Slater. I see him. God, I don't see him anywhere else but WWE. That's all I'm going to say. I don't
Yeah.
see him anywhere else but WWE.
I see him in the Indies. I think he'd be very good in the Indies, actually. Kind of, those whole
Small
minor-
time promotions.
small type
He's
promotions.
don't-
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll go there for a while, kind of like.
Heck, he could
Do you know
probably
what-
show up on Grimm's Toy Show.
Do you know what I want? I want Heath Slater versus Minoru Suzuki.
Oh my god.
I
Do
want
you-
Orange
do
Cassidy
you want
versus
Heath
Heath
Slater
Slater.
to wrestle, or do you want Heath Slater to die?
No, just speaking quick about Orange Cassidy. I apologize.
Oh my god.
I apologize.
okay, I
No,
don't
there was a match booked for WrestleMania weekend, but it was Minoru Suzuki
Pockets.
versus
He's-
Orange Cassidy.
Jim Cornette calls him Pockets. His little dog Pockets, and I fucking love that.
But it was Minoru Suzuki versus Orange Cassidy in the match. Sadly, didn't get to happen because of the whole everything getting cancelled, but it would have been amazing.
Thanks, Steve Carino.
Thanks.
It would have been amazing, yes. Because
Thanks,
Cassidy
Batman.
would tap Minoru Suzuki with his little flimsy fucking baby kicks, and Minoru Suzuki would rip his head off and shove it where the sun don't shine.
Yes. I wanna.
Minoru Suzuki is not a man to fuck with. Even I know that. I'm
Yes.
Irish. We're a tough breed of people. But if you told me go up and slap Minoru Suzuki, I would tell you to fucking jump off a bridge.
I know a thing or two about Minoru Suzuki.
John, we don't have time. We know how much he paid you. We don't need to get into those details just yet.
Yeah. Cost me a
I-
fortune, man.
Fortune
Sorry.
4.
Look what you got out of it,
goddammit.
Bazinga.
Next up on the list is I don't know what the fuck her nickname was, but Sarah Logan, whose last appearance ended with Shayna Baszler breaking her arm, and
Yes.
goddamn Mike Rome, and obviously she had won the match. Like, yeah, she's sure shit gonna climb the ladder with one fucking arm.
I mean, to be honest with you, I actually feel so sorry for her.
I feel sorry for her husband.
I mean, I'm more so like at least he's still there, so he can still. But it's kind of sucks that his wife is not going to be there with him. But I feel sorry for her because like she had a very tough week. I mean, she had like a literal like jobber week where she was literally jobbed out to. Now again, it was a good angle. She really played it very well.
Shayna Baszler just went in, kicked her ass, and did her. Now
and then he broke her arm.
The arm stomp is like she did it to people like Ember Moon and all that, and they fucking so. Like I remember Shayna Baszler and Ember Moon's first takeover match. She broke her arm, and Ember Moon. Now, whether this was fucking legitimate or what, but she legitimately threw up on the way up the ramp to sell the broken arm.
Maybe she was just sick. Just sick of losing. She was like, blah. I don't know. But you know what? I'm going to be real bad here and say, at least she went out in the bang.
Oh, she went out to kind of put Shayna Baszler over. Who needs it? Who needed it after WrestleMania?
When I say she went out in the bang, I meant to say like she went out and her arm broke. She got fired. She went out in the bang.
I'm just imagining what it would be called to like touch your uvula and throw up. Like, would it be called barfing? It'd be called barfing. I answered my own question.
Down with the
He's gonna puke.
Instead of blading, it's barfing. Of course, I'm a genius.
Again, ladies and gentlemen, you have these three fine gentlemen who are your comedic hour for the podcast, and then again you have me, the straight shooting, straight talking Irishman with the facts, figures, and the numbers.
Okay,
we need draws.
I can't wait.
We tried, but we couldn't fit his wheelchair in the door.
It gets like 20 more members, and Rice is still the straight man.
Just everyone is just the same, just him. Just
we got like Johnny from NL. We got like
if you guys ever start an actual wrestling promotion, I would sure ship be your fucking biggest deal. Because if I wanted, I could be the biggest bastard in the world.
I'd probably
tell
be
me
your
if
manager.
you do the drop toe hold and the overdrive. Then you got my vote.
Hey, we can't. No, the ultimate heel move. It's the SVR 2011 glitch moves. It's just that then into an overdrive.
Oh, yes.
Glitch moves.
Wait, did we ever ask? Hey, Ricey, did we ever ask you what do you think the biggest heel move? A move that's mostly done by heels. A move that would get you booed. Because we've been saying like the overdrive would definitely be a heel move.
Do you want my legitimate answer or do you want a joke answer?
Both.
Both.
Both on. You have two options: either the overdrive or the drop toe.
There are only two options.
Right. For the joke, the overdrive. But for reality's sake, God, the biggest heel move. Well, I say what would make you the biggest heel is, again, you take Ciampa, for example. Right?
Yeah.
You start off as this as this this beloved babyface and a beloved tag team in like DIY, for example, and you win and win and win. You finally reach the pinnacle, but then it all just crumbles in your hands. It falls apart, and you don't show signs of frustration. You don't show signs of resentment and anger and frustration. You let it simmer inside. And one day, you could be inside the ring. You could have someone come out at the top of the entrance, just stand there. You can have him just stand there. Your partner goes to walk up to the rope to see what's going on. You do not move from where you stand. And as soon as your partner turns around to see what's going on, have some sort of a weapon in your boot, be it a small, like a kind of a hammer kind of a thing, or go old school and have a spike in your hand. Not Spike Dudley, but an actual spike. And just as soon as your and as soon as your partner turns around, wham, you catch him off by surprise. And if people loved you in that tag team, if people loved the tag team you were in, you will be the most hated man in the world just for breaking up a tag team alone. Because you saw the reaction Ciampa got when he turned on Johnny Gargano.
Yeah.
It was very good. He was about to do it, and then he stopped, and then he actually did it. It was actually
if I end up becoming a wrestler, which at this point won't happen because sadly the only wrestling school in Ireland has closed down.
Oh,
damn.
That was Finn Balor's wrestling school up in Bray. It is closed down because, according to Jordan Devlin, their landlord didn't want to negotiate.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
I could have swore there's some in Dublin, though.
I don't know. I've tried and not much has popped up. But next up on the list of releases is Big Red Rowan.
Not surprised.
I am surprised.
I'm like surprised that they
Rowan.
even
I
bothered.
actually liked Rowan.
I did too, but
like I thought the gimmick that he had, he was there was talks he was going to get a major push, and the only major push he got was like, hey, you see that robotic tarantula there?
They tried to make a Jake Roberts out of him, which was never going to work. Yeah, Rowan speaks intelligently, like fucking hell. If you wanted that, you could have him cut a fucking good promo.
Yeah.
But like I understand what they tried to do with the tarantula, but you could have gotten a defanged, devenomized tarantula, correct?
Could you?
I wouldn't think so. No.
I'm not a bug person, arachnid person. So probably wouldn't
point.
know.
That was the point for Ron. Like if you had arachnophobia in the crowd, you would be scared to shit of Ron. If Ron came out and you knew what was in that cage, would you go anywhere near? If you had arachnophobia,
I would have beat the shit out of that.
I think would have been a great parody gimmick is if he thought he was Santa Claus with a bunch of defanged tarantulas, start chucking them into the crowd.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing.
And he'd have to. I mean, people would kind of. Oh no, do you know what would be like?
People would be shitting themselves.
But he'd have that gimmick, and he'd have like the orange beard, and everyone would like it'll literally be like a Mr. America Hulk Hogan rip-off gimmick because like we all know who it is, but WWE would be like, nope, just totally Santa Claus, totally
Bray Wyatt, not that totally Bray Harris.
Then he has a. You know what they should do actually? They should get all the Wyatt family members, the former members, like Daniel Bryan, Drew Gulak, and like Mick Foley, have them in a death match, and the winner becomes the one true Santa.
Oh yeah.
Wait, what? I was
because a lot of them look like Santa.
Drew Gulak not look like Santa.
For a second, I thought you were saying that Drew Gulak was in the Wyatt family. I was like, okay,
no, you got all the former Wyatt family members, Mick Foley, we just chuck in Drew Gulak because we need that representation.
Oh yeah,
I believe he's Jewish, and
I can't wait for his name to be shortened to Gulak,
or Drew,
or just Drew.
Drew Carey.
Drew.
Also, just to let you gentlemen know, the next two people up my list, we're going to skim past them straight away because at this point, I'm surprised they're even still with the company, and we'll move on to them when you guys are ready.
I think I know who it is.
Yep.
Collins.
Do Do you want me to move on?
Yeah, don't leave me at the edge of my seat.
Okay, the next two people up on the list, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be as quick as a fart in church. Primo and Epco got released. Who cares? They were there.
They were.
Good luck. And
I
thanks.
care.
Next up on the list.
Yeah.
I like
If I care for anything, it's what in the world? Where were they?
They
Puerto
With their
Rico.
dad's
no
promotion.
no they weren't working for the dad's promotion. They couldn't be there because they were running a very successful holiday business.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that
And
was
on
like
that
5
holiday-
years ago.
And on that holiday business, Epico became the WWC Universal Champion.
Yeah.
WCW Universal
He
Champion.
beat Goldberg.
But yeah, I don't really have much to say about Primo and Epco.
Yeah. There.
Yeah.
So next up is
Great team
One-
songs.
one of the 5-year contracts, which is Mike and Maria Kanellis, which is shocking, all things considered.
No, not at
No.
all.
Shocking.
No.
They wanted to go for like requested
Yeah.
a release for 400 and God knows how many times.
Has
WWE
Mike
like,
even
"Nah."
done anything?
Get cocked. Cock.
Oh yeah, they had a cock angle. Yeah.
Yeah, no, like all
So like he just became Rusev.
yeah, but worse.
Yeah.
How can you
no,
be
like,
worse than Rusev?
Funny, Rusev was actually supposed to be the dad, but he was like, no.
And
But,
then he
like,
got-
like that damn getting release doesn't surprise me at all because they were asking for the release. What surprised me was one day re-signed with the company, and then like a month or so later, we're like, actually no, we want out of here.
But isn't it kind of stupid how WWE were like, no, you're not leaving, and then as soon as you sign a contract, they're like, okay, you can leave now. It's like,
Well, because they're trying to save money, because given the whole thing, they probably just would have held them in the contract.
all I know, but I'm just saying, like in theory, like on paper, it sounds a bit daft. It's like they wanted their release, WWE were like, no, and then as soon as they're like, fine, look, we're not going to go nowhere. We're just going to sign a 5-year contract. So they sign it, and then WWE were like, do you know what? Actually, we'll
good
release
luck
you
and
now.
thanks.
And it's
But,
like, dude,
we
we
should
just
say
signed a
that-
contract.
We should
For
say
5
that
years.
the superstars are released, whereas producers and all them are, some could be released, some could be forlorn. We do not know who are forlorn and who are released, so we will obviously speculate on them when we get to that.
I have it. I have the list of who's all people.
So
who-
do you? Then you can interject when I bring up their names. So thank you very much, John.
Fair enough.
But next up on the list, Zack Ryder. Wasted
Well,
potential.
We sort of went over
I mean-
like when we mentioned.
Here's the thing. Zack Ryder, he had a very good run overall with the WWE, I think.
No.
I think he should have had a short run.
Have three. He did have three good moments in WWE. First, the United States Championship, then WrestleMania 32, and then WrestleMania 35.
Yeah, but other
Yeah,
than
so
that,
when he
like,
won the United States Championship, the Intercontinental Championship, and the
no,
Tag
but
Team
then
Championship.
to counter that, yes, he won the US title, but look what happened to him immediately after he won it. That
Remember-
whole thing with
Yeah.
Kane.
Remember
And then
when
he
Eve
won-
Torres kicked him in the balls?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Then you had when he won the IC title, he immediately dropped it the next night to Miz.
That was absolute dog.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
then I'm pretty sure didn't he hold the tag titles for like a month or two with Kurt Hawkins? I
He
can't
held it
really
for-
remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he held it for a good while, back in 2008.
Yeah.
And I was surprised that they actually won it, that they won the tag team titles. It was in a 4-way, and in the Great American Bash 2008, and I actually didn't think that they'd win, and they did. I was like, oh,
No,
wow.
I'm talking about the most recent tag title one.
Oh
yeah.
yeah, that's right. Zack
yeah,
Ryder was.
the Better Revival.
Yeah, and they only had it
They
for,
held
like-
it for like a month or two, I think.
yeah. But I think do you know what it was just more so? It was the fact that like they put them together. I was happy that they won the tag team
Yeah.
titles, but I think it was just like, okay, look, what we're gonna do is we're gonna end your losing streak. You're gonna hold the tag team titles, but you're not gonna go far with them. And I think they were just kind of like, okay, fair enough. So yeah, I actually,
Yeah.
no, I think myself that he had yes, he had a couple, a lot of ups and downs, but I think
Mostly
overall,
downs.
mostly downs. But I think overall, I think he had a fairly good run in the WWE.
I
He'll
think he
be.
could.
I mean,
He'll
in
100%
his division,
be going
yes.
to. He will 100% be going to AEW because of his friendship with Cody.
Yeah.
Is he
Yeah,
gonna reveal
maybe.
the internet championship
It's
in
like-
AEW?
It's like we can all agree on that. Zack Ryder for AEW. Yes, we can all agree.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
I
don't know.
think maybe. I'm a maybe.
Wait, did
But
we ever talk
now-
about Rowan going to AEW or
Yeah,
I
MSG?
don't
I
see
think
Rowan
he
going
could.
to AEW. Who would you put Rowan with? Like, because if you were to
You-
put
I
Rowan
think
with
Luke.
someone in AEW, who would you
I
put
think
him
you
with?
put him with Luke because they work
put him
very
with
well
Luke.
together. But then again, like Luke is doing his own
Excuse
thing
me.
too
Yeah.
with the Dark Order. So would
The
it?
Tiger.
Would it
The Dark Order.
the
Yeah,
Dark-
I guess my question would be if you were to put Rowan in AEW, where would you put him? And
Mid card.
I
In a match.
in a
in a match. You know, I actually would like. I like to see Eric Rowan with Lance Archer and Jake.
I was actually about to say.
Yeah, I actually think that would be pretty good.
I thought I saw somewhere that AEW was like eventually introducing trios belts. Imagine if
yeah, they
Brody Lee.
introduced the Schoolyard Championship.
No,
Yes.
Well,
I can't wait for.
When it comes to Trios Championships, I know you're about to say Brody Lee, Rowan,
Yeah.
and Archer, but again, you might as well face facts. Like, it's going to end up being Brody Lee.
Yeah,
What's his name? Not Evil Uno.
Evil Uno.
The other guy, the Stuart Grayson.
no,
No.
it's John Silver and Alex Reynolds.
John Silver. Yeah.
No, there was another guy who was with Evil Uno when they
Jason Statham.
debuted.
Or
Yeah, Stu Grayson.
Yeah, him. I see it being those three as one
Yeah.
team. Obviously, the best friends and pockets is another team.
Best thing today.
Death Triangle is another
love
team.
Yeah,
oh, that's a good. Yeah.
The Elite.
Who in the Elite would be a kind of a. I said Elite would be a freebird
Kenny
team.
is. Yeah.
yeah.
Kenny maybe. Yeah, it could be.
That's
Yeah.
it really.
I just want to quickly just say something about the Schoolyard Championship to the local madmen here. I can't wait for Super Dragon, Quentin Tarantino, San, and Big Bird to win the belts. That's all I want to say. Yeah.
Next up, ladies and gentlemen, on the list of releases is a man whose theme song I couldn't help but fucking bob every time to is No Way Jose.
Did I miss another
Not
one?
surprised.
Who was before Jose? I was checking.
Zack Ryder.
Oh, okay.
But
Yeah, No Way Jose.
I liked his theme. I'm not gonna lie. It was it was
catchy.
actually a good fucking theme to hear. But
I was only
yeah,
alright.
not surprised.
Isn't
I don't
his-
see him doing much. Indies maybe, and that's about it. Maybe he might come back to WWE, back down to NXT, leave him there.
Yeah,
But, yeah,
I
No
just
Way
see
Jose,
too
not
many.
surprising.
His gimmick is too
Uh,
similar to Adam Rose, so I'm
I was just
expecting
gonna
him
say
to
it,
get
yeah.
like jacked,
Yeah,
but not come
yeah,
back to
No
WWE.
Way Jose is we don't know, but
I think
No,
he'd
then-
probably go into Indies myself.
Yeah.
I think he'd-
Next man on the list is God. I don't want to say his name because it doesn't feel like reality still, but Rusev.
I
Not
on
surprised.
Rusev Day.
On
friggin'
Rusev Day, he was released.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's horrifying.
yeah.
That's a national tragedy,
That's
right?
just it's like the worst thing WWE's ever done.
And
Yeah.
Lana isn't
That's
released,
even
but
And
Rusev.
Lana even like in kayfabe still threw shit at Rusev. Like, God damn it, woman, your husband just lost his fucking job and you throw shit in kayfabe? The fuck out of here. No wonder Bobby
I-
Lashley told you to shut the hell up.
How dare you?
How
At least
dare
she's
you.
keeping kayfabe. There's that.
Yeah,
I'm sad that Ruru's gone.
same.
But
Here's my
look,
spirit
we
animal.
all know where he's gonna go. So
AEW.
everyone just say
CZW.
He's gonna go to Mama Bushka, and he's gonna.
I
look
can't wait for him to end up in CZW and work
He's-
death matches.
He's gonna go to Mexico and become a masked Russian luchador.
Oh
It's gonna
no!
be
Go.
have,
Yeah, no,
I say give him one appearance in Impact Wrestling just to have Rusev
know-
versus
you know
Michael
who-
Elgin.
Do you know who I'm going to go with Rusev? I'm going to see Rusev in New Japan. That would be
Ooh.
Everyone's
pretty.
seen the new.
I would like that.
Ooh.
Who'd you have him face in New Japan?
Tomohiro Ishii.
Oh
Yeah.
fuck yeah, yep, straight away. Tomohiro
Suzuki.
Ishii and oh yeah.
Do you know what? Put in Okada.
Okada. Yeah.
Okada.
No, but what I want him
Kushida-
to do,
Kushida,
I
I
want
suppose?
him to go down to
Kushida's in
Mexico.
NXT.
Oh, sorry, not
No,
Kushida. The other
What I
guy,
want, what I want
Kota
that
Ibushi.
Roos. I just want to say this quickly. What I want him to do though is for him to go to CMLL and win a championship there and hold it for
Hold
like
it for, like,
5 years
3
and only have
years,
like one defense.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Even
beautiful CMLL.
Even on
Okay,
Rusev Day, he was.
This is gonna be fun. The next, let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Well, the next 16 names, except for one, is going to be the names that I'm going to have to explain to you guys, as not many of you would know who these guys are and girls.
Yeah, definitely.
But next up on the list is I can't remember what her nickname was, Deonna Purrazzo.
Yeah, already who.
Virtuoso, thank you very much.
Yeah.
What a bloody team song. Can I just open up? What a bloody team song. I was listening to that on high pitched. Oh my god. I don't know how many times. Pure nostalgic. When she was released, I was disappointed.
AEW.
I'm a little bit surprised.
She's gonna go to AEW because of her friendship with Britt Baker.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a little bit surprised she got released.
Yeah.
That kind of shocked me. I was like, whoa.
Although, to be honest, she wasn't really used right either.
True.
You know, she was kind of just thereabouts.
Even on NXT, she wasn't used right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Darn it.
Next up, now this is where we enter unknown territory. But next up on the list is Alexander Jaksic, he never appeared on NXT TV. He did do a few NXT live events. I cannot give my opinion on him as I never seen him. I say the same goes for you guys as well. So obviously, Alexander Jaksic, we don't know who he is. We don't know what he's like. So we obviously can't give our opinion on him. So it sucks he lost his job. But again, maybe we'll see him.
I say he'll go to the Indies.
We'll see him in the Indies and work his way up. But yeah, we can't really say much on most of these guys, so we're just going to go through them rapidly. But next up on the list is MJ Jenkins, who took part in the Mae Young Classic. Again, I never saw the Mae Young Classic. I don't know what she's like. I
recognize the name.
I don't know if it was the first or second one. All I know is she competed in one. I've never seen her compete myself, so I can't give my opinion on her. You recognize the name? Have you any input on her?
Let me just give you a sec. Oh, I do recognize, but I've never seen her wrestle.
Oh, okay, so we can move on from her.
Yeah.
Next up is Dan Matha, who I only know from the Greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. And how the fuck did he wrestle? That man was more cross-eyed than Shawn Michaels.
Just more cross-eyed than Perry Saturn.
Oh, Dan Matha was
guy.
He was
big boy.
He is tall, but I can't give my opinion on him. He was shit.
I can't give my
he was shit in the Greatest Royal Rumble. No. Next
probably
is
gonna win. Probably the Indies, I suppose too.
Next is now, John. You told me this in the Discord. Otis is happy this guy is gone. Tino Sabatelli.
Yes.
All I know is that
I'm upset he's gone because fuck me, he has some physique. Holy shit.
all I know is that he's Mandy Rose's was Mandy Rose's boyfriend.
I think there's I could be wrong.
All I remember about Tino Sabatelli was that he was memed on 4chan by one guy, and that he had like this. No, the hacker known as 4chan.
Oh, that's where actually. Sorry, let's go back. That's where I remember Dan Masher from. He was for a brief time being managed alongside Riddick Moss by Robbie E from Impact.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry,
the
yeah.
Outliers.
I was on live event, so I wouldn't have.
Yeah. No, I
But
think. Well, I saw fewer promos. on
yeah,
Twitter, but yeah.
Tino Sabatelli, good physique.
Good
He
wrestler.
had all right charisma. But
I didn't go there.
I say one thing that kind of soured people on him was I do believe he was in the match with Hideo Itami that ended up to Hideo landing then to his head.
Oh,
So that would kind of, sour some people on someone if they do that. But
Upload
yeah,
failed. Go.
Tino Sabatelli, yeah, indies.
yeah.
I think I'd in I'd like to see him in a. I think he would be a good fit there. I think he will be used properly if he goes to AEW. I think. Well, I
Yeah,
mean,
well,
who knows?
time will tell, like, because we
I
don't
think
know how the world's gonna end up.
Yeah, I mean, it all like who knows? He mightn't be treated well, but
No.
well, I won't say he won't be treated well, but I know that he probably will be used probably more than he was with NXT if he goes to AEW.
Yeah.
Now, next up is a man who, again, good physique, good look all around. Charisma wise, I do not know. Wrestler wise, I do not know. But his theme song was hella good, and that is Cesar Bononi.
Oh, why do I recognize that name again?
Fucking great physique, great look,
Oh my
great theme
God.
song, but
Oh my god!
what?
Oh my god!
Look at the chat.
Go down to the chamber type all this stuff. Oh my god! Hey, you gotta take away the WWE logo. Put in
Shoot.
something else.
Yeah, I
Oh,
should put in the Lucha Underground logo.
Oh, the
Lucha
Rusev picture, I see it.
I should put Eyesore. I should put him as a part of Taco Bell with Nacho Libre and El Generico.
Just to let everyone know that that picture that you're seeing right now is live on YouTube.
Oh God!
Covering Ireland.
Hi.
Well, I can't cover Howard Finkel.
No.
Cover America. There's more Irishmen. There's more Irishmen than an American. So.
Well, I want to cover Texas, but it's gonna block the official horse racing podcast.
Put it into the middle there. The middle of like.
Okay, let's.
And ladies and gentlemen, while Ice Score does that, next up on actually, no, we get your guys' opinion on Cesar Bononi.
All I know is he's from Brazil.
I haven't a clue. Yeah, same.
So we'll just if we don't know what he's like, we'll just say.
Wait, where is he born?
In Brazil.
Well, obviously in Brazil, but which part of Brazil?
I don't know.
A clue.
If he was born in Rio de Janeiro, then it doesn't exist.
Hey, nice reference.
Let's see.
But yeah, Cesar Bononi, I see going to the Indies because we don't know much about him. Next up is, I do believe this guy is one of the Chinese signees. That's not. I did not mean to rhyme that. His name is Mars Wang. Never heard of him. Never seen him wrestle.
Never. Yeah.
I say we just go past him because I've never fucking heard of him.
Probably going to go back to China.
Probably. Next up is Tainara Conti.
She was good.
She was very good.
She left. She kind of went off in a huff and then came back wearing a t-shirt that said released. And then a few months later, gone.
She. I can't remember where I saw it, but someone kind of put it pretty much summed it up very well. Was that she was hired. She obviously was part of a batch of people that got hired after the Mae Young Classic, so she kind of got lost in the shuffle.
Oh yeah, in the first Mae Young Classic, you had the likes of fucking Shayna Baszler, Mia Yim, Kairi Sane.
You son of
Kairi,
Io Shirai.
Oh, don't talk to Potato Boy about Kairi Sane. He's very sad about what happened on Raw.
Yeah.
Also, Tainara Conti, if I could say, wasted. She could have been treated better.
Mm-hmm.
She got given the gimmick of snotty fucking like bully kind of a thing, which again in 2019, 2020 is a gimmick that's just.
I mean, to be honest with you, I think it goes with WWE again. WWE could give her WWE could do what what they do in Wrestling Revolution. Just say, hey, do you see that stick? We want you to advertise it, and they go up and they'd still fire her because they're like they still waste her. Like it's just
Yeah, should have given her the gimmick of she just she kills it. What should have done is that she kills someone, then becomes a face afterwards.
yeah, and then holds a bat and goes wow.
And then she calls someone a jobber vanilla midget.
Now I know, John, you know about this release. I don't think if you guys do, because this is released that wasn't really put out there. It was put out on this guy's Twitter. Cassius Ohno.
Oh no.
Cassius Ohno, who was
Surprise,
first
I'm very
in,
surprised.
who was first with WWE back in 2012 at the start of NXT, was released, went back to being Chris Hero, came back to he challenged Shinsuke Nakamura for the NXT Championship. Never happened.
He took
Disappeared
up
he disappeared for a while. He didn't do much in NXT. Then he took part in the first ever NXT UK takeover. I might be wrong. Yeah, I might be right. I might be wrong. I do not know. He took part in the first one of them.
No, he showed up. He eventually showed up and started, I believe, feuding first. It was either with Jordan. I think it was Travis Banks or someone, or Aston Smith. He showed up. And
Smith, but yeah, he went down to NXT UK and he stayed there. He was the I think he was called the Wrestling Genius or Wrestling.
Yeah,
no, the Wrestling Genius.
Yeah, I'll say about him is that absolutely wasted potential. The guy is legitimately
so talented. He's
incredibly talented and it has just an unbelievable knowledge of wrestling stuff. So if they I do see him eventually going back once he retires and being nerdy head trainer.
Coach.
Yeah, he's really
so
good.
Cassius Ohno, Ring of Honor.
Yeah, he's trained, from I know, he's helped train a bunch of wrestlers, the likes of Aleister Black. I believe he had a hand in training Walter. He trained a few people or helped train them.
Do you know, actually, someone said there that to be good with Ring of Honor. Do you know what? I actually agree, because I actually think that he would be very good with Ring of Honor, and hopefully he becomes a Ring of Honor pure champion when it comes back.
Yeah, no, he's
Ring
of Honor
beautiful.
legend.
But okay, before we move on with the rest of this list, how are we doing on time, my good?
We're an hour and 12 minutes.
Okay, so these next wrestlers now I'm going to run through, as they are wrestlers who are on the NXT live tour, never appeared on TV, and never did much in notes. So I'm just going to run through their names, and we will move on to the producers and announcers and referees. And these gentlemen and ladies are, first up is Nick Ugarelli. Never heard of him. He was one of the NXT live wrestlers. Next up is Hussein Aldegal. Again, no clue who he is. I don't think any of us here do.
No.
Next up is Edgar Lopez. Again,
who?
Exactly. Next
Jim
is Faisal Kurdi. Well, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And after him is Marcus Gomez, and then Muhammad Fahim, a wrestler who got given the name of Rocky, yet I do believe his real name was
Rocky Balboa.
Yes, it was Yai Fing.
Yeah, he was
his name.
He took on. He was on. There was a video that I saw. I didn't see the video, but I remember probably watching the match down the line. But he was in a tag team match, and I think he was facing, was it Oni Lorcan and Danny Burch? He was with some guy.
And again, we don't really know much about him, so he's gone to the wayside. And last but not least, gentlemen, on our long list of wrestlers is Alyssa Marina. Again, no clue. Might have been in the Mayon Classic. We do not know. So sadly, again, I didn't organize the list for them to be the last few wrestlers. That was just the way I had them. I had seen the notes. So They're all the wrestlers that were released during the week. Before we move on to the producers, gentlemen, have you anything to plug for the YouTube channel that does not involve me?
Stay tuned for the times when I figure out how to stream Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and play Animal Crossing.
Oh yes, we got a third comment I meant to say earlier, but it was the local madman. He's got a horse and a jockey, 4 of them.
Yes.
Just yeah.
Now hold on, let me just post this image to Twitter.
Hashtag Pringle meme.
Hashtag current whatever. Correct.
Hashtag Isour's a zebra.
You son of a biscuit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hashtag Ricey has a nice face.
Hashtag boil rice.
Why do all of the times I want to upload an image or thing, it's like, oh hey, Google Chrome is not working, despite the fact that I'm just trying to upload an image onto my Twitter that I never use.
Just give it the overdrive until it works.
Follow me on Twitter at MadmanLocal.
And if you're interested, give me a follow on my Instagram at Ricey O'Connor. Pure and simple as that. Anyone else want to plug their social media?
Hold on.
I'd like to thank my dog, and my cat, and my pet chipmunk. Yeah.
Okay. John, have you anything to plug?
Just gonna plug in this plug into the socket there.
Okay. John, that's John's plug-in.
Wait.
Nerd.
Ladies and gentlemen.
What's the official Rusev Twitter?
At Rusev, I don't know.
I'll find it.
Yeah.
Okay, while our friend is doing that, next up now, John, I will need your inputs for this as we are moving on to the producers.
Yes. So
first up on the list is Billy Kidman. Has he been released or has he been forlorned? Or forlonged?
Furlonged. No, I think these are layoffs and furlongs for producers. So the people that have been laid off and furlonged, but I'm not rightly sure. But as far as I know, I looked them all up and they are gone from WWE. So I was Billy Kidman is the first one gone.
Mike Rotunda.
He's gone.
Formerly known as IRS. Pat Buck. Who can one of you fill me in? I've never heard of Pat Buck. Where did he wrestle and what is he like?
He all I really know about him is that I believe he either is a part or runs a promotion called Wrestle Pro, but he, from what I understand or remember, he helps or co-owns Croatia Pro, which is Kurt Hawkins or Brian Myers wrestling school.
Okay.
And he formerly held the Wrestle Pro tag titles with Ryback.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would have flown right over my head. But John, is he been fired or?
He has been furlonged.
Okay, so that's good news for him, I suppose. Next up is
just to let you know, he's as expected furlong date of July 1st, 2020.
Okay. Next up is again I say we can all agree on this. He is one of the toughest sons of bitches to ever come out of Northern Ireland. Fit Finlay.
And he loves to fight.
I'm gonna go off on a tangent here. I remember back in it was 06, 07, back when I was still watching Velocity and I was watching SmackDown on Sky on Saturday mornings. I was intrigued by Finlay. I've never again, he was my first ever Irish wrestler I've ever seen on WWE TV. So I couldn't really hate him because he's Irish. His first ever theme song was
My name is Finlay and I love to fuck.
He was a fucking badass through and through. And if you want a good match, God, Fit Finley versus William Regal back in Uncensored.
WCW.
Oh my god. Those two beat the piss out of each other and it was amazing.
Oh, you want to go down the road? I remember watching Fit Finley back in World of Sport with his manager, Princess Paulina. Yeah.
Gosh.
That's
John
how.
That's how old John is, ladies and gentlemen. He is 50 years old.
Yeah.
I have
And still could
successfully
do.
tweeted.
And still. Oh, did you? You
Yes.
tweeted to Rusev. Oh.
Or
what
I
did
don't
you
know.
say?
I just like put. I'm doing this podcast, and it was like, so we were thinking, what's Rusev gonna do now that he's out of the WWE? And I'm like, Rusev door. Oh shoot, did I put
Hey,
in?
you know what you should have done? You should have just gone onto his Twitter, say, "Hey, we're doing an official horse racing podcast. Send a link to your server on Discord, and then hopefully he has a Discord account. Put him on it, and then also send while typing that, send him that picture that you have.
I'm not
I'm
sure.
sure he'll.
John, has our dear friend Finley been fired or furlonged?
It's hard to say because they say I think he's gone,
Oh.
unfortunately. But it doesn't really say
If
much.
it if it wasn't for Fit Finley, we wouldn't have Becky Two Belts.
Yeah.
Next up is Sean Devari.
Oh yes, Sean Devari.
Has he gone or has he gone for time being?
Now let's have a look and see. They say he has been released.
That's it. He hasn't been. He actually wasn't there. Was he there long?
He was there
I
since
know.
2018.
I know he made an appearance at the Greatest Royal Rumble with his brother.
Yeah.
God, he doesn't look like his fucking brother. That's the weird thing about it.
Yeah, he doesn't. But he also made a return in a dark match before the SmackDown tapings, and he lost.
Oh, really?
Ted DiBiase, yeah. Ted DiBiase, yeah.
Wow.
But he also, of course, many of you probably know him as his stint with Muhammad Hassan and the Great Khali, which was very good.
Muhammad
And of
Hassan,
course,
holy shit!
what a team song though.
Oh God.
Good.
Oh man.
Beautiful team song.
So Sean Devari is gone, which is a shame.
Yeah, I mean
next...
well, you can take that with salt because then they say
we don't know.
So I don't know.
Next up is a man who's been with the company for years, Scott Armstrong.
Oh, the crooked referee, Scott Armstrong.
He was the Earl Hebner of the 2010s.
I thought he was a crap referee. The way he used to count pins really triggered me. I just hated it. Sorry.
Is he gone or has he been?
Scott Armstrong is. He has been furlonged from the WWE.
Okay.
And his furlong is expected to end on July the 1st.
You know, his dad actually refused to go for cancer treatment and just went into Scott Armstrong's gym and started working out.
Oh, I didn't know that actually.
Yeah, he's bone cancer. He just I'm going to the gym. Fuck this.
Yeah.
Fair play to him. Next up, John, is Sarah Stock.
Sarah Stock, yes, who of course was she was former TNA Knockout Tag Team Champion with you may know the name of her now. She was also known as Sarita, but she also held the titles with Rosita, who is now known as
Selena Vega.
Yes. So I believe she's in furlong and she's expected and that's expected to end on July 1st.
Now I hope this next man is furlonged because again we all loved him as kids. Shane Helms, the Hurricane.
Yes. Yeah, the Hurricane. Gregory Helms.
I would. Okay, I know I'm not a wrestler yet. I know I probably won't be a wrestler, but my dream match is either wrestle or team up the Hurricane.
Unfortunately, he is currently a free agent, so he's
gone. And he's retired
actually,
from wrestling too.
Yeah, but did you actually see his reaction after he got fired? He started singing to his son, and his son was so nice. It was
He's a gentleman.
yeah.
He's just top class. Like he hates nobody.
No, but I mean he had a great run in WWE as
Oh
Hurricane.
god, Hurricane was fuck. He came back as Hurricane, but not Hurricane. Like he
Yeah.
came back as Hurricane Helms.
Hmm.
Like he didn't
Did
have
he
the
come-
mask. He had the trench coat and shorts on with the Hurricane logo, but he had no mask. So
No, but I mean to be honest with you, like do you know when some guys, in fairness, like do you know when some wrestlers they break, like say for I suppose who say for example, let's go with Shad Gaspar off the top of my head. He was with Crime Time and then he broke away from Crime Time and he had his own kind of like, his own run and it didn't go well.
no,
Shane Helms had the Hurricane and tagged with Rosie and he broke away
the
with them.
the superhero in training.
Yeah.
God rest Rosie's
God
soul.
rest his. Yes. But what you call it? He actually went up to be, of course, Gregory Helms and had a fantastic run.
Oh, he
Cruiserweight
was the best cruiserweight of the original division in
The
WWE.
longest reigning cruiserweight champion
Mm.
at that time. But yeah, I mean,
Next
two
up,
good theme
and
songs.
John, if I can be serious for a moment, the next man on the list is Lance Storm,
Ah, what a guy.
who the very second he became a producer, agent, writer for WWE, his school closed. He's now, I hope to God he's furlonged because he's no school now. John, please give me the good news. Is he furlonged?
I'm going to give you the good news. He is furlonged.
Oh,
Hey.
thank God, because I like him having his school closed down after he became a producer sucked.
Mm.
But if he's been furlonged, then thank God, because
Yeah, he's been furlonged. So thank God we're going to be seeing Lance Armstrong. Also, one of the best theme songs, I think, was his third
oh
theme song.
God, yeah, he was, no matter what, he was fucking top notch. The Un-Americans, fucking brilliant.
Oh yeah, what a good team. Christian and Test.
So
Think we're
next,
very good too.
we shall move on to the announcers. There only have been two announcers released. They are Aiden English and Jerry Sato. Aiden English, obviously former
Yes.
NXT champion. He was a partner with Rusev. He was a commentator on 205 Live. He went over to NXT UK for a bit and is now sadly gone. And Jerry Sato was the Spanish announcer, I think.
Yeah.
I kind of expected Aiden English to be. Was talking about. Was it JTG or was it Shad that was like always in the WWE, not doing anything?
JTG.
It was, okay, so I was right that one time. That I'd always just expect him to like be there because isn't he married to like a Guerrero or something?
Yeah, Shaul Guerrero.
Thank you, John. But Aiden English was a good commentator. Can't deny that.
Yeah.
He was good.
Definitely. He had mic skills to pay the
He
bills.
knew
run
his
he
shit.
had.
He knew his shit.
The run he had with
mean-
Rusev was fantastic.
I mean, I'm not surprised he knows his stuff, given that he's married to the daughter of Eddie Guerrero.
Oh yeah.
Mm.
But also don't forget he had
Viva
that
la
good run
raza.
with the Vaudevillains
Yes.
Oh yeah.
And Rusev.
and Rusev.
Wait,
He's
was
retired
it
from wrestling
Simon
now, hasn't
Gotch that got like Sin Cara, or was that Aiden English?
I think it was Gotch.
Gotch. Yeah.
I
Oh,
like how
Simon
I,
Gotch.
I like how it wasn't specific.
I'm-
I just said Sin Cara as a verb.
Yeah. I'm torn now on if I should leave this person to last. So I'm gonna. The next list we're doing is creative and on-air talent, as in interviewers. Obviously, there's only one creative person on this list, and that is Andrea Listenberger, who was the writer for the Otis Mandy roster.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Sad fest.
She was, and she's gone. Sadly, she announced it herself that she has gone for good.
Mm.
At least she gave us a very good storyline. Very long
Yeah.
storyline, and including the hacker gimmick as well, who made an appearance on Friday night.
Yeah, last night, yeah.
Have they revealed who that is?
No.
No, it's Ali. They mentioned
Yeah,
Ice. If this is Ali have him go after Kofi next.
Oh, Mustafa Ali. Okay.
Have him go after Kofi.
Many thought it would be Killer
Oh,
Cross.
yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Many thought it would be Killer Cross, which I
kind of. He's not Killer Cross anymore. He's Carrying Cross, which, yeah, most people look at that name and think, "Oh God, that's so fucking stupid." But look up the word Carrion, and you will know fucking why. Just look up that word right now. CARRION.
Oh, yeah. I think I know.
And just read what the fucking description is.
The decaying flesh of dead animals.
Oh.
They have Killer Cross as a man who will fucking stalk you.
Wait.
And take you out.
Wait, later that night on WWEshop.com, it was revealed that Cross would be known as They announced it on WWEshop.com. I don't know if that's true, but if that's true,
it brought it out as a t-shirt, as WWE tend to kind of jump the gun a small bit, and they brought out a t-shirt for Ash May's debut. But yeah, he's called Karrion Kross. It's spelt with a K, so they're keeping that. Well done.
Fair enough.
Yeah, Karrion Kross. It makes sense. Like, after the Gargano Ciampa match, he was outside the building stalking Gargano and Candice LeRae, and then obviously Ciampa was beaten down at that match. Next week in NXT, Ciampa was he had no heart at the minute. He was weakened, and boom, Cross jumped him like a vulture waiting. Like a vulture waiting, he jumped him. So
I still wish though they kept the Killer Cross name, but again,
but like again, they're on the USN network, and I know NXT UK they have Killer Kelly, but that's on the network, so they can get away with it. But like on USN network, you can't really get away with calling Killer Cross. So
and they still call it Luke Harper.
Wait, what?
Luke Gallows. No, I made a mistake.
They still call it the Magic Killer.
Yeah, so
but they didn't really hit it very often.
Friggin'
So
USA.
No, but it's still
home
around.
of Law and Order SVU can't say killer.
Do.
Hey.
Yeah, well, like it's a sponsor, so we can't really argue with them for that. But next up on the list is Josiah Williams, who is a fucking fantastic rapper.
Oh, is that the guy that rapped out the
Adam Cole at Takeover 25?
Oh, damn, that's a shame.
He was an interviewer. I think it was either Kathy Kelly who left, I think, or was it Cherry?
Yeah.
No, it's Kathy Kelly. Yeah, Kathy Kelly who left. He took her spot.
Damn.
But yeah, he's gone, and I'm gonna butcher this name, but the next one was Jean Questo, I think it's pronounced. I might be wrong. I had no clue who this guy was, but apparently he was being built up to commentate in NXT and then be brought up to the main roster. So we'll never know what he was.
The only thing he was brought up was the Vince McMahon office and says you're fired.
No,
I don't know. To be honest with you.
Yeah, but now we're moving on to this one. Surprised the fuck out of me. I think we all know who I'm going to say, don't we?
Is this the last one?
This is the last man. Who have I not mentioned?
Oh, I know.
Who did I leave to last?
Vince McMahon.
Ladies and gentlemen, after over 30 years, Mike Chioda is gone.
Yeah.
Wait,
I was
Mike Chioda,
I'm very
the bell
Mike
ringer?
Chioda. No, the senior referee.
Oh.
Do you remember a fantastic referee.
He was fucking top.
One of the best.
Look, I'll say this: the top 3 wrestlers right now in WWE. I'm going to include Mike Chioda in this because he fucking deserves to still be on that list. Mike Chioda, John Cone, and the Oompa Loompa referee down below in NXT. What's his name? I cannot remember.
I don't know.
Oh, I know. Referee
he is a fucking good ass referee on NXT because he literally has a fucking bass in his voice, like.
I really like personally the man born in Drake Works.
Oh yeah, Drake.
He's like the senior referee in NXT.
Yeah.
Or agree. But yeah,
Do you know who I like? And his beautiful little run at WrestleMania 24.
Little
Charles
Nate.
Robinson, Little Nate. What a guy. But yeah, no, Mike Chioda, I was
Gone.
very, very surprised.
He's gone. He hasn't
He's
been for
gone.
long. He is gone.
Yeah.
But
You see, the thing was I was when I was watching programming, and especially SmackDown, he wasn't on there, and I was thinking, okay, that's very weird because he's a senior
always there.
referee. He's always there, and I was thinking, oh God, I hope that they're not going. I hope that he's not taking a back tour, and then all of a sudden, then on Wednesday we announced that he's released. It's like, oh my God, I couldn't believe it. I was really, really surprised.
yeah, but that's at the minute now. That's all we know release wise. That is every.
You're forgetting someone.
You're forgetting someone.
Who
You're
did I
forgetting
forget?
the guy who had a broken freaking neck. Who
Oh
won the
yeah, we
1996
forgot.
Olympic
We forgot Kurt
apologize. I
Angle.
forgot Kurt Angle. Did I not have him down my list at fucking all? I don't
My
think
God,
I did.
I don't believe it.
I can't believe
Kurt
even
Angle.
I forgot about Kirk Angel.
I do
You can't believe it's that
apologize.
far.
I do apologize. I did miss out on Kurt Angle. For some reason, he didn't appear on the fucking producer list. I do apologize for that. But yeah, Kurt Angle released. Not for long. He's gone. But to be fair,
I don't believe it.
Angle did everything he could when he came back. He brought Ronda Rousey into the business. He fucking gave Ronda Rousey her best match. Obviously, Ronda Rousey is now gone and become a little stuck-up bitch. But then again,
No,
of course she fucking has. No, she doesn't want to come back because of apparently us, because we're fucking ungrateful fans. But no, I respected Rousey. She was top notch. But you go shit in the business that they brought you into the business. They gave you all this shit, and you just go shit in the business. Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you see, that's what she probably wants the people to. I think she said
she wants
that
to.
before.
She wants to be Brock Lesnar. No one's going to be Brock Lesnar.
Not even Brock Lesnar is going to be Brock Lesnar.
Not even Brock Lesnar's going to be Brock Lesnar.
But, gentlemen, I do believe that is every single release, superstar, and agent that we know of at this point. And obviously, at the start of the program, we did bring up the late great ring announcers, the first ever WWF employee,
Mr. Fink.
Howard the Finkel. And now, obviously, we've gotten the not so heavy stuff out of the way. We now move on to heavy things. Gentlemen, as of, I do believe it was yesterday, Howard Finkel, at 69 years of age, had passed away. Howard Finkel, obviously the first ever WWF employee under Vince McMahon Jr. He was there for 32 he was there for 32 WrestleMania straight, either being a ring announcing the winners of matches, or announcing the Hall of Fame inductees or the attendance record. He was there for 32 years. Sadly, at WrestleMania 33, that came to an end, ending the very long streak. Obviously, he was replaced by Greg Hamilton, who could be the second coming of Howard Finkel, as he is a top-notch announcer.
Well,
I wouldn't be surprised if he was.
Could beat that streak.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if.
Brock Lesnar's going to beat the streak.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Mike Rome did become the next Fink, because he can fucking announce a winner, and I know for a fact because I saw him live in Dublin, and I was fucking waiting for him to come down to the ring. And as soon as I saw him come down to the ring, I was happy. Like, hearing him announce live, you can feel the fucking vibration through your body of the bass off his voice. Like, oh my God.
Just to let you know also that Howard Finkel technically, when I say technically, retired full-time in 2005, I believe was his last one, was WrestleMania, because I think he was finished full-time ring announcing there.
But he still came back to
No, that's what I'm saying. He went back and did Hall of Fame only, but as of but yeah.
My earliest memories of Howard Finkel are obviously the WWF games. WWF Just Bring In, WWE SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, when he was the announcer in that. they're my earliest memories of him.
Mm.
Because again, as a child, like I didn't have access to watch WrestleManias 19, 20, 21, 22. Like the first ever WrestleMania I watched was WrestleMania 31 in its entirety. And I don't think he might have announced, he mightn't have announced, so I never.
Oh, 31.
Yeah.
I think it was only doing Hall of Fame.
Yeah, so like that's the first time I ever got to hear him live.
2021 was his final full-time scheduled appearance, I think.
But God, I'll just bring it up right now. WrestleMania 20. The way he announced Chris Benoit as the winner, like the way he says Benoit's name.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Yeah, it was just so.
He put fucking fire into the Benoit last name. He put fire into it.
Like even when he was talking about like announcing the Undertaker, just that that's a bit of intensity.
Him and Justin Roberts can say the Undertaker's name, fucking top notch.
Yeah, I mean,
rated R superstar.
Oh yeah,
that's Tony Chimmel.
Can't forget about Tony
Chimmel. He's best.
That beautiful cameo where he had with Beth, like I'll take this over here, Beth. But without a doubt,
one of the best.
I think he is the greatest ring announcer of all time. Yes, there's definitely close seconds. You could put in Tony Chimmel.
You have Roberts,
but
you have and then you obviously take into fucking case like you would have people in the NWA and Jim Crockett in Stampede Wrestling. Like they could have good announcers up there as well, like we never knew about. But yeah. When it comes to us WWE fans, it shall always be one man. That one man is the Fink, Howard Finkel.
Yeah, like the names that he since 1979 when he had in Madison Square Garden when he had the bloody like 2 microphones hanging from the rafters and he used to go into the ring and pull them down and then obviously it went of course back into like the microphone with the wire and then obviously went to just flick on the button and all that. But I mean the amount of guys that he over the years announced as new or just even when in guys like who obviously wished that he could just listen to his name or so not listen to it but like announce his name. It's just incredible, like, but he was such a great guy. And what's kind of mad too is that okay, he's obviously Jewish, but the guy, he married and had no kids. I mean, imagine if that guy could have had kids and their sons were like, dude, my dad was Howard Finkel. That would be pretty mad, like.
Yeah. It's an awful shame. Like,
I'm very disappointed.
Yeah, like God, like you've had Black Wednesday, you have Thursday.
Yeah. And then obviously we had Thursday was Howard Finkel's passing, but look, it was just so unfortunate the way he went down, like, and even I'll have to tell you the story.
He didn't let the virus beat him. That's all we know.
Thank God. At least he had a stroke and and that was very unfortunate. But at least the virus didn't take him. But I have to tell a story. I thought it was so funny because I was looking at the tweets that people were pouring out, and I think it was one of Johnny Gargano, and Johnny Gargano was going down the hall. I think was it WrestleMania 33 or something like that, and it was his first WrestleMania, and he saw Howard Finkel over, and like Gargano was kind of like, oh my God, it's Fink, I just wish he could say my name. So he just goes over and he says, hi Howard, hi, and then he just shouts from the top of his voice, "Where, Johnny?" It was so funny. I was like, oh my God. And then Gargano was just literally marking out, like, it was so.
I wish I could have just at least we know one thing. Up in heaven right now, he is announcing the likes of Roddy Piper, Andre the Giant. Like,
I'm sure they're probably saying, dude, it took you a goddamn long time to come up here. We needed a ring announcer.
I'm imagining the greatest match happening in heaven now that they've got a ring announcer to call a match.
you have currently the best interviewer in Mean Gene. You have the best announce team in Bobby Heenan and Gorilla, and you have the best ring announcer in Howard Finkel. And you've got the best match in Roddy Piper versus anybody.
Versus
and look,
Andre the Giant.
And I'm going to say this right now, okay? You have currently going on one of the, like, imagine this: Benoit Guerrero, 1-on-1, Bobby Heenan, Gorilla Monsoon on commentary. Good match, good commentary. You would fucking pay to go to heaven just to see that.
I can't believe they let Benoit go to heaven. One night only.
Why go to heaven when you can stay here and see Suzuki versus Orange Cassidy?
But here what I don't understand, right? Even Randy Orton said it, like, Eddie's not up there, Eddie's down there in hell.
You know for a fact that was straight out of Vince McMahon's fucking. You could hear Vince McMahon's voice when he says that.
I think if Randy Orton just said, I'm not going to say it, Vince McMahon was going to come down and just tear his quads and go, damn it, I can't. Randy, get me up. But yeah, do you know what? Stick in the 60-minute Iron Man match. You know?
Oh god, 60 minutes, Benoit Guerrero. Ho ho ho. Oh no, sorry. Make it a triple threat 60-minute Iron Man match. Benoit, Guerrero, Owen Hart.
Ooh.
Is anyone you want to add to make it a fatal four-way?
The Tiger poster.
No, that's not the Tiger poster.
Oh.
Well, I would have said Andre the Giant, but I want Andre the Giant to face Roddy Piper. So, I guess.
So, yeah. Like, I don't think we can add on much to this episode.
No, not Randy Savage. We can't add Randy to that match.
So, before we move on, obviously, Isor, if you do not mind, would you like to inform us how long our podcast has been running?
1 hour and 47 minutes and 35 seconds. Though, then again, don't focus on the seconds because it takes like 10
seconds don't bother. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think we have much else to say. This podcast was kind of out of the blue, as I did kind of suggest that we do it, as seeing as House of V or like these releases were, seeing as it just come out of nowhere, like it would have been like wise to mention them.
It was either this or we go on another 2-month hiatus.
Yeah, so like
and
again,
have that inconsistent scheduling going on.
I mean, no. What are you on about? We didn't have a 2-month hiatus.
Oh yes, we did. Stop trying to not break kayfabe. We all know what happened. It was after the friggin' Chunky Kong Memorial Battle Tournament, where friggin' Diddy Kong won. Thank God we didn't have some random Joe Schmo monkey.
Abe Lincoln should have won.
Quentin Tarantino.
Those are two bad options. Please reconsider who you should pick for Monkey Wrestling Rebirth.
No,
Johnny
gentlemen, we have breaking news from New Japan.
Oh?
As reported on Fightful, New Japan will be paying staff and contracted talent full salary and benefits during these tough times.
Hey.
Nice one.
Nice.
Actually, Potato Boy, you were actually telling me too that New Japan didn't do their shows even though that they still can.
Yeah, I think from what I understand, I read somewhere that I think when the stuff started happening, obviously they couldn't have fans in attendance, but I think they were able to still do shows and stuff. But they just decided I think one of the, I don't know how many wrestling companies decided not to do shows because they had planned like an anniversary show and all that stuff, and they just cancelled everything.
So you know what? Fair play to New Japan. Like
they kind of were like the first kind of one of the first companies to kind of be like, look, we're not doing anything.
Yeah.
Shut it down. So, yeah. That's all.
So, gentlemen, I do believe it is safe to say that this has been another successful stream.
Yes.
Podcast, whatever you want to call it.
Unfortunately, we don't have enough people for us to friggin' play Drawful, and I can. Oh, hey, we have a Dan K in the chat with a "What's up, guys?"
Hey, Dan K.
Hello, Dan K.
I think I actually know this guy.
Oh, you know Dan K? Oh man,
I think I could be wrong, but
okay. Are we going to have to talk about everyone's friggin' thing? Okay, we got the straight man, we got the popular boy. I'm the friggin' madman, and we got potato boy.
This is I like how there's 3 Irishmen in this chat, but you gave me the nickname Potato Boy.
Also, by the way, the Dan cases.
Well, what do you want me to call you?
I don't know. Pringle me.
No.
If you call me Potato Boy, I will call you Zebra Boy.
Okay, fine. I guess you're Senor Snowflake McDowflake of.
No, you.
Fine. Stick with Jarl Ballin.
No, just call me Potato Boy. It's fine.
We'll just call him Potato Boy. Also, Dan cases, no surnames, please. So I have a feeling. I think I know who it is. I'll tell him off. I'll tell him off stream.
Yes.
So you're good.
Okay.
So, is who's going to do the sign off this week?
Well, we could still talk, like discuss some more, like what we should do next week. Unless you guys need to rush out of here.
Gentlemen, have we any ideas for next week or our next podcast?
You know, because I actually had some stuff for like today's podcast.
Because again, like
wrestling wise. Do any of you guys know about WCPW?
Oh
yes. Yes, I do. WCPW was originally ran. It originally involved the likes of Adam Pacitti, Adam Blampier, Ross Goodell, Jack King.
Yeah,
King Ross
seemed very interesting at first. Didn't it all like fall apart or something?
Yeah,
it's as soon as the guys left.
Yeah, because Adam Pacitti, Adam Blampier, King Ross, and Jack the Jobber and Sham the Shredder Driver all left and formed Cultaholic.
Yeah.
Wait.
Of course, unfortunately,
no, I don't. Adam Blampier isn't a part of Cultaholic, isn't
he?
No, he was meant to be. He was meant to be, but some stuff happened with him, and then he
returned and is now
with Wrestle Talk. Yeah.
Which is, I love the way they introduced him. It's like, you're going to be seeing top 10s. Oh my god, we've never seen that before. It's like, okay, guys, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I guess that gets rid of my ideas for next whatever.
I'll tell you what we could.
Go on, John.
No, I'm just saying that we could obviously think of something when we're finished here of what to do whenever.
So obviously this isn't really something that I don't think people who are watching the stream would like hear us discuss. I think this is more of a kind of a behind the doors kind of, it's a surprise for the people who view this as what our next stream would be. So
you know what? People whoever's listening, go down there in the comments
You
people. What ideas would you like us to talk about?
Would you like us to talk about wrestlers as luchadors, like Rusev?
If you guys got any pay-per-views, any old pay-per-views, as I do believe I'm the only one here who has access to the network.
I also have. Oh my god, beautiful! Love the picture. I actually have DVDs.
I watch stuff very legally.
So
I watch the WWE YouTube channel.
Hope it's not that old collection that you have now. You know, that old free subscription.
Very legally.
If I was thinking maybe we get
up a...
Would anybody be interested in reviewing all pay-per-views? Or obviously we did our WrestleMania review, which we all did predictions for. But again, people who end up watching this, if people who watch this, when all this is said and done, when this stream comes to an end, let us know below in the comments. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see us review old pay-per-views? Do you want to see us review Monday Night Raw, NXT, SmackDown, AEW? Whatever you guys want to see.
This may go on for an hour where we talk about what we should be talking about.
Yeah.
It'll take us an
hour just to get to the actual wrestling. But I do believe, gentlemen, that
wraps it up. Basically.
Everything we needed to do was done. Obviously, we will all do our individual sign-outs. So, which gentleman would like to go
sign
first?
Off each other, and I can leave my final word because it's friggin' my YouTube channel, and I gotta be that big baby heel face.
He's got to be the Vince McMahon in this situation.
Because he owns a damn thing.
God damn it!
We could be all released. There'd be no more podcasts. We could be all released. Who knows?
Yeah, I could be released.
Gentlemen, who would like to give their signature sign off first?
We don't have a signature.
We don't have one.
This is episode 6.
Oh my god!
I'll just say something random.
Say something random and then just end it with "see ya."
Okay.
That's how I always end all my videos. Just gotta get that good old fashioned "see ya."
Ladies and gentlemen, this was your straight shooting, fact bringing, number rounding son of a bitch that joined this podcast very late one night and has now become an integral part of it.
The straight man.
I was YCOC. I was a... Fuck off. I am the shooter in this. I am the shooter in this group of kayfabe keepers.
Shooter.
And with that being said, I have shot my last shot. I have given you all the facts. I have given you all the news. I have given you all the updates. My time is done. These gentlemen need to say what they need to say. I am finished.
This has been the innovator and the master of the drop toe hold, Johnny Drop Toe Hold, signing out. Peace.
Hi. I like chicken. I'm undefeated among Jurassic Reapers and Potato Fab.
And I'm muting you all. You all are great guests here tonight. That has been the official horse racing podcast. Stop talking in my ear. No one can hear you. This is the official horse racing podcast, episode 6. I'm going crazy. Should I have just left you guys unmuted? Should I?
No, fine.
Okay, shut up. Quiet. Silence. I'm trying to focus. This has been the official horse racing podcast, episode 6. Tune in next Friday for more episodes of Monkey Wrestling Rebirth. How will Fortune deal with their new enemies? Who will win the tournament? Who is Hentai Woody gonna face? Find out tonight, tomorrow, today on Monkey Wrestling.